Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with a mostly Temu haul. What does that mean? It means that if I run out of Temu things, I brought other things to show. And if it turns out I don't need all the other things for this video, then I'm gonna turn right around and film the other stuff separately. Sorry, I'm taking off my shoes so I can get comfortable on the bed. Then I'm just gonna film the other stuff separately. But I never know. So how are you guys doing? So I'm filming this on Tuesday. A different episode aired already on this channel and on Tuesday, which was supposed to have aired either on Sunday or Monday. But so Monday, Memorial Day, and I'm pretty sure I forgot to thank or to remember that that Memorial Day is for a reason. Like I kept talking about Memorial Day, but not, thanking people for their service or, those that have gone before. Well, my dad posted some pictures on Facebook. So let me find those real quick. I'll show you a picture. Both of my grandfathers were in World War II. One was he was in the air. I'm not going to say Air Force because he was in the Marines. So I'm not sure exactly. Let me get to that post. Okay. My mom's dad was a radio gunner in the Central Pacific for about a year, from 44 to 45. And there's a chance that he was in the air over Okinawa when my other grandfather was he in a sub? I think he was a minesweeper. So his ship swept mines. But let me show you. All right, so can I turn it and see it bigger? Okay. This is a picture of my mom's parents. So this is my grandfather in his uniform, and he was the Marine. And then my dad's father was in the Navy. Oh, but first off, I want to just say, probably everybody knows this, and maybe this was just a fluke, but on the back of my grandfather's dog tag, there's a fingerprint. Now, maybe it's the person that was making it, or did they used to have the enlisted person put their thumbprint on their dog tag as a further identification? I don't know. So the inscription that my dad put on there doesn't say, and I didn't take the time to look it up. So that was my mom's dad. So then let me go over to the post for my dad's dad. He was on a boat, the USS Eager, as an admiral class minesweeper. And let me get you a picture of him in his uniform. Kind of a dapper looking guy. So my uncle was also in Vietnam, but I think of my immediate family, those are the only, well, I have a second cousin. One of my cousin's sons was served in the military, but they're still living. So he obviously is not for Memorial Day, and my uncle is still alive too. So really the only direct family members I have that were in, because I think my grandparents' parents were off cycle for World War I. They were either too old or too young, I don't know. So, or for some reason didn't qualify. I don't know. So yeah, so there's my Memorial Day. So anyway, we went out to eat. I had we still had some gift cards to Golden Corral from Christmas, and Golden Corral is a buffet if you're not familiar with them. And a lot of times they have pork steaks on their buffet. And so I was really wanting in St. Louis, it's popular to do pork steaks, or pork steaks are popular. St. Louis made them popular. And I really wanted some, but I didn't want to cook it myself. And that was the only place we could really think of to go for that. So we went, and it was good and all, but you guys, now I looked like this yesterday too, because I had put my hair in a ponytail. But Jason and I were automatically given the senior discount. We didn't ask for it. They didn't ask us how old we were. They just automatically gave us the senior discount. Now, from a financial perspective, great. I will take the senior discount all the time. But from an emotional standpoint, what? Like, I don't have any wrinkles yet, you guys. Shouldn't it be more than just gray hair that qualifies you as being a senior? And Jason doesn't have white hair yet. He has a red beard. So, I mean, he's bald, but so I'm sure it was me. I'm sure I'm the one that created the seniorness. But I mean, like, if I do this, I've got some wrinkles up here, but I really don't have any yet. So it's like, come on, people. I know it's unusual for women not to color their hair, but I think my hair is pretty. My hair color is pretty. So and I told you guys in the last video, I don't want to go back through the whole hassle of if I started coloring it again, having to grow it back out later on. But yeah, so then we were sitting at a table for 4, and there was like a table for 2 sort of close to ours, probably so you could push them together if you needed 6. Well, near the end of our meal, this older couple, and when I say older, I mean older, like maybe my parents' age, sat down next to us, and they said to Jason, "Oh, are you here with your grandkids?" It's like, he's like, "No, we're not there yet." and then I don't know if they felt embarrassed or something after they said that. And I know I could have grandkids. Could I have grandkids the age of the kids we had with us? Probably. I'm going to be 50. So I could obviously have grandkids, but let's say I had grandkids. I would have had to start when I was say I started when I was 16, and then my kid was 16. I'd be 32, and then to get a 13-year-old, that would put me at like 45. So, I mean, maybe I could go 18 and 18. No, because that's, well, maybe 36. So that's probably more likely. But, geez. So anyway, so that was fun. And then on the way home, we stopped at Barnes & Noble because I wanted to see if a new Daphne's Diary had come out. And yes, I said I wasn't buying anything anymore. And I'm really trying to stick to that. But it's a once a month thing. So we did go looking, but it wasn't out. And Half Price Books was having a 20% off sale this weekend. And there was a book that I had left there because I had decided it was too expensive. And I thought, well, maybe 20% off, maybe that's okay. And then maybe that would really be the last thing I'd buy. Well, on our way over there, I started to get really sick. And so we had to take a detour and just take me home. And I don't think I've been that sick outside of the hospital in forever. Now, that was just yesterday. Today, feeling totally fine. So I don't know if I was given a fast-acting poison somewhere, but oh my gosh, it was horrible. And so then I was like, you know, I was feeling terrible, and I was like, and I didn't even get my book. And so then Jason and Galia went out to see if the book was even still there, and it was there, so they got it, and it was on sale. And actually it was cheaper than I had remembered anyway, so it was cheaper still. So what was that book? Let me just show you that book, because I have it sitting right here still. But it was the Flower Color Guide. I love this book. It's flowers arranged by color, and it's just, there's no, I mean, there's a description of what the flower is, but aside from that, it's just 200 pages front and back, so 400 images of flowers, all in different colors. And then in the back, there's 400 stamps. Or I'm calling them stamps, but you can they're all perforated. So yeah, I love this book, and I'm pretty sure I have one of these already out in storage that I got at the Goodwill bins, but it was kind of roughed up a bit, hence being at the bins. So, but I was saving that one because I loved it so much. And so now I can take that one and break it down for sale and then keep this one. So that was nice of them to go out and find that to me while I was home being sick. So yeah, so I feel better today, but that's why my video didn't air when it was supposed to yesterday, because I just couldn't think. I was just sick. So all right, so now we're back with a Temu haul today. I need some help. So I may have told you that we got new phones. We finally had paid off our phones, and they had a deal where trade in your phone and get a iPhone 16 on us. I think it's since changed to 16 Pro on us or something. I don't know. But so we changed ours in, and you guys, I always get black. So this time I was like, I'll be spicy and I'll get pink. And I looked at the pink on the website, and it looked like a nice pink. Well, when I got it, well, I should say Gracie also got a pink, and when I looked at hers, I was like, oh, I don't really like that pink. Like, it's not a corally pink, it's more of a purpley pink. And well, here, let me just show you. It's this color. I'm gonna take it out, but we found this, I think at Five Below, this case, and it was a magnet. It's a Maglock case. Well, then I got this off of Amazon because I like that it's stretchy, but it doesn't really go with this, and this didn't come in any kind of normal colors that I could have gotten to go with this. Anyway, let me take this part off. So I've just been going around, and it's perfectly fine, you guys. It's perfectly fine. I'm not sitting throwing my phone against a wall. You know, if I drop it, this is fine for it. They've made phones more resilient. And this is the pink, and it's actually, that is, the color you're seeing is pretty much the pink that it is. But I would have liked something a little bit more coral-like. But anyway, so I picked out 3 possible phone cases off of Temu, and I thought we would see which one we think looks better. And so the first one, let me get it, well, let me show it to you like this. And I was trying to get ones that kind of would coordinate, not necessarily match. All right, so this one looks like this, so it's pretty. I like that you can see the pink through, but then it's accented by the white, and then the white Maglock that it has in it coordinates. And how does it look with my, where did that go? How does it look with this thing? I mean, this color is at least kind of in the center of these, so perhaps that looks okay. So anyway, this is the first one because I'm gonna want you to tell me in the comments what you like best, because I don't know that I want to keep all of these, but I just have a hard time making choices about really dumb, stupid little things. So the next one is this, and I figured the pink and the blue would look really pretty. They did have this one in green, and green technically would have been more complementary with the pink, but I went with the blue. So there's that one. So it's pretty also. This part right here is because there's a film cover over the maglock on it. So that's why I just haven't taken that off. But those I think complement each other, but this I don't know, not so much. So I like it, I guess. I like it like this, but I don't know that it goes with the handle thing. All right, and then the third one I got because it's my favorite flower, and I was hoping that the pink would be complementary. Oh, I didn't show it to you before. Hold on. So it looks like this. So it's a stargazer lily, which is my favorite flower. My second favorite flower is lilacs. But okay, so it's got the pink, but you kind of lose, I feel like you kind of lose the flowers in this. Like, I don't feel like this design is all that great, and you can see the full ring, but again, that won't matter with this on. So I don't know, this color maybe is a little bit in the flowers, but I don't know that, truthfully, this is probably my least favorite one of the three, even though it is my favorite flower. And there were so many that I really liked on Temu, but I couldn't get them all, and so I just picked kind of my top three. But they had some really cool kind of like turtle themed, which I thought might have looked pretty with this. So I guess I'm curious, you know, A or 1, B or 2. No, that's not right. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know. I'm probably, I think I'm definitely, I mean, unless everybody just says this one's the best, I think I'm probably definitely returning this one. So then it's just between these two. And then I probably almost lean towards this because it does have the lighter color that would kind of go with this. I don't know. See, this is just such a, if it had been even a dusty rose or something, that would have been pretty. Or if it had been rose gold like this, that would have been pretty. But it's just kind of a purpley pink that is just kind of, I don't know. And then, of course, I guess you could always say just stick with this one. But I don't know. That doesn't go together either. All right. Oh, well, let's bring the phone back so I can tell you what I paid for those phone cases. They were a local warehouse. So I think I told you guys that I was starting to see things in my feed again that weren't local warehouse, meaning that like this, like this purse doesn't say local warehouse like this one does, and like this one does, and like this one does. But when you click on it, it's like 5 business days, and it's sold from not Temu. So yeah, so I actually happen to have that purse, but so yeah, so I don't think I have access to regular Temu things. because every single thing that doesn't say local warehouse on the front page says like 5 days shipping on the next, like when you go into it, and it's not Temu. So I don't know, maybe Temu is not available in my area, but I'm not that far north of where, hey, everybody lives, so, and she's got access to it, so I don't know what the regions are, or if I just need to look more deeper to find the stuff. But yeah, I don't think I have access to it. Okay, so what is next? Where is the Temu stuff compared to all this other stuff? Okay. This is going to be kind of, there's going to be several of the same thing, and then several of the same thing, and then several of the same thing. So I just apologize now. So I've only got one thing left that hasn't arrived yet from Temu or from local warehouse. But my 3 shirts arrived today, and what does this say? I'm not sure. It's got a QR code. This was made in Bangladesh. Does it say somewhere? I'm assuming it's 100% cotton because these local warehouse t-shirts usually are. Yes, 100% ring spun cotton. So it is actually softer. That's nice because I don't really like cotton t-shirts, but this one is softer. It's not as soft as, I don't know what the brand name is of the super soft cotton ones, but it's close. All right, so we've got capital letters, periods, and periods, bruh. So I got this because the kids nowadays don't think punctuation is necessary, or capitalizing proper nouns, that kind of thing. And so whenever I'm texting, I'm still texting with 2 periods after, not 2 periods, 2 spaces after the period, which my phone may autocorrect for me or something, I'm not sure. But I still capitalize names, all that kind of stuff. But they're always saying, that's so unnecessary. And so no. So I'm saying it is still necessary, bruh, because you call everybody bruh nowadays. And I like the rainbow-ness of it, so I can wear my rainbow eyewear. And it appears to be pretty evenly placed, and it's spelled correctly. So this may be the best thing I have. So let's hold up a... All right. And then I will tell you the price of each of these shirts once we are done. There's 3 of them, all from the same warehouse, so that I could only pay shipping once. This next one, again, is celebrating my birth year. It's a little bit different than the other one that I got already. And I got these all in XL. So 50 years of being awesome, vintage 1975, limited edition. So it looks like it might be a little bit crooked, but it's still, I really like this design. I like the fadedness of it. I like the retro vibes. So yeah, that's cool. But it's not as nice as the one that I got from Temu, which had a better quality. This is not a terrible quality iron-on, but it's not as good as the Temu one. Who would have thought? And then the last t-shirt, well, it's funny to me. And I didn't have the choice of getting my favorite gray, heathered gray. So these are all black. But now that my psoriasis is pretty much gone on my head, I'm okay with black. All right, so I may not be a superhero, but I'm an accountant, so close enough. So I am an accountant. So because I was trying to find 3 shirts from this one shop, I thought I would go ahead and get this one. So I should wear this one to work on Thursday. All right, so please stay over there. Pistachio has been getting on the bed for the past few days a lot, and that's kind of weird for her. She almost never gets on our bed. Peanut, yes, but her, no. So, don't. And she's like, oh, son of a gun. Oh, she's very stodgy. I mean, she is a thick cat. So she has just, I really don't want you up here right now. Can't you sit at the end of the bed? Like, I'm talking to her like she understands. Oh no, so those are the sermon notes. I still have to scan the sermon notes. Okay, well, that's great. Okay, yeah, just sit right there. Right there. Like, I don't know what she's looking for. Like, it doesn't seem like she wants to come sit with me, so what is she looking for? I don't know. Okay, so those 3 shirts. Let me go back and find it. You guys, I even got to the point where I forgot that I was supposed to be checking for price adjustments because I was never getting them for local warehouse, but I did check yesterday and there was like $1 price adjustment. So, okay. No, I didn't want to add that to cart again. Hold on. If I don't remove it now, I'll accidentally buy it again. I thought I was clicking on price adjustment. Oh, well, there is a 21-cent price adjustment on that 1975 shirt. So who knows? I probably missed out on a bunch of money because I didn't check for price adjustments during the weekend when they might have been having sales. See how out of it I am with Temu? Okay, those 3 shirts, I paid $21.71 all together. Oh, with 2 other orders. So, okay, so the superhero accountant shirt was $7.50. The capital letters and periods bra was $7.06, and I did get 1 price adjustment on it. And then the 1975 shirt was $6.02, and I got 2 price adjustments on it. I probably won't link any of this down below, but if there's something you see in this episode, just let me know and then I can post the link. But I do have my link tree posted down below. I'll have the Temu, like how to become an affiliate, how to download the app. I'll have that stuff down below. And I have, of course, the link to my Etsy shop down below. I hadn't been posting the link to the Etsy shop separately because I'd just been posting the link tree, which takes you to everything. But one of you did mention that I might get more traffic if I put it in the actual description of the video instead of making people go to my link tree to find it. So I am going to do that. So that was those 3 shirts. Okay, so now I have some more. Oh, that's for, okay, pistachio is settled. Oh no, I just dropped something. Okay, so I've got some items that I got last fall. Okay, so if you saw my last episode, I hauled some silver charms. So apparently, and it didn't have one of these, so apparently they did come as a set. So here's the gold charms, and it was a random 10-piece charm pack. And then this has not lasted very well since the fall, but these are DMC numbers. So if you buy the little plastic spool, they're not spools, they're flat, and I can't remember what they're called, but if you buy those, I bought these to be the labels on top of them so that I could keep better track. Or you could also use them for diamond painting if you have little pots or something that you store them in, they would work for that. But you can see they haven't stood the test of time, so I don't even know if they're really still sticky on some of these. If you were a auctioneer, you could also use them for that. I was, right before this haul, I was watching Just Jen. She had a Whatnot auction for Western handbags, and she sold everything she had, which was excellent. I mean, I've had some auctions where I've sold like 2 things. So, but yeah, that was fun. And I didn't buy anything because I don't need any handbags, but she had some really nice, and she was starting them all for $5. So some people were getting some really good deals, and they were all brand new with tags. So I think she said she's having a cosmetic sale over the weekend. So if you're not on Whatnot, in my link tree, you can get a code to download, or a link to download the Whatnot app that will give you $15 to spend on people's auctions, anybody's auctions. So before you download the app, use my code so you get the $15. And then if you happen to buy something, I get $5. Well, Just Jen had downloaded the app with my code, and so she's been selling on there. And yeah, so I wanted to, watch one of her shows. And of course, she's beautiful and does it where you can see her, which makes sense for selling handbags. But like, I'm like, when I do my sales, I'm like, just woke up I look like I just dragged myself out of bed kind of thing. And I don't show me, I just show my hands. So yeah, but she did a really good job. She's really good. Well, you guys know, she's great on camera. Sorry, I need a hydration break. I am drinking Sprecher cream soda from the Dollar Tree. All right. So what else do we have? All right. So this was another thing from the fall, and I may have even shown this because I also bought a set of these for the kids for Christmas, but I think I bought this one for me first. But it's always be yourself, except if you can be a crow, then be a crow. Or then always be a crow. Well, of course, because I'm a crow. That's my last name. And so it's a makeup bag, kind of a canvasy makeup bag. It's got it on both sides. And even though this stuff is from last fall, if you see something on here in this part of the show that you like, I can look it up. All right, next I got possibly a gel nail polish. It's calling it a sugar-based gel. So I'm not sure what that means. I did discover that the last UV light that I showed you guys, that was a portable one, I don't think it works very well because it was always leaving them feeling not quite cured all the way. And I had a portable one that's like a pen stick one, and I used it today and it worked perfectly. So I think that other one I got is just not very good. Okay, so this just says base gel. I don't know why I would have bought a base gel. Is it a base gel? I think it is. So it's clear at least. So I don't know why I ordered this. And of course it would be hard to look this up because I bought so much gel polish, but I don't know, unless I thought it was good if I just wanted to do clear or something. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I mean, normally if I were gonna buy base coat, I'd buy a top coat with it. But all it says is base gel. So, and this part doesn't say anything either. So I don't know. Seems odd. So it must have something special about it, but unfortunately it's been too long since I ordered it for me to know. All right, then I also got some Christmas cards that, I wonder if this is one of those, this is probably one of those pop-up, big pop-up ones because the envelope is huge. So I guess it's not cards plural, it's probably, let's see, does it say on the back? No. Okay, so Temu is great for cards. So it has this little card, and plastic is not food. Ugh. Plastic is not food. Stop. Sorry, I'm getting so close. She's on the other side of the screen. If there's a plastic bag around, they feel like they have to lick it. All right, so I think this is it's supposed to be a pop-up card. So that's what that looks like. So you give it to them flat, and then, now when I was card making, I actually made a pop-up card like this for my friend. But I think the one I made, I had to wrap it like it was an actual box because it wasn't a fold down kind, but it was you take the lid off and it like falls open, and then there's something different on all the sides. All right. So yeah, so I'm already ahead of schedule on Christmas for this year. And then let's see what we've got in here. We have a ring. Oh, well, this is just a plain ring. Let's see if it fits on my wedding finger. Yep, so for people that can't wear stones for work or whatever, this might be a nice way to just still, you know, or if you're not flashy like me, I guess, and you just want a simple ring. And this would be good for men too, so this would be a unisex one. It feels like it's a comfort band style on the inside. It feels very soft, not soft, but it's very smooth. So that is a pretty nice ring. I got it in size 7. I need to remember to, right after this, or after I'm done filming for the night, to put all these things in my jewelry container. one of my jewelry containers. And then I got another ring. This one is silver with a rose gold cross in the center, which is really pretty, a filigree kind of cross. What size did I get this one in? I got this one as a 9. So I can wear it like on this finger. So that is really pretty. I really like that. So let's just wear this for the rest of the episode. I'm still wearing my second to last owl ring. I still need to gel polish my final owl ring so that it won't tarnish on me before I start wearing it. Okay, then we've got some Christmas earrings. Aw. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of gold, but these are really pretty, or cute. Jingle on both sides. And I got several different versions of these for the holidays last year, but I really like these hoops that have either the movable beads on them, or even these. This one's probably nicer just because it can't go anywhere. It's affixed in place. But yeah, those are cute. I will definitely be wearing those next Christmas season, unless there happens to be a chance to do Christmas in July. All right, and then have a bag of maybe only a couple things in this bag. And I'm making a mess. Okay. Now this I think I got for Gregory. I don't think it's something I would wear, but I think I got it for Gregory. So maybe I can get this for him for graduating from 4th grade. I don't think that's a thing to graduate from 4th grade, but, or I can give it to Jason. Jason might like it. But it is a arrowhead black chain link necklace. But look at that. That's cool. So I'll probably offer it to Jason first, and if he doesn't want it, then I'll give it to Gregory. But I really like this type of chain. I think it's really pretty. So there's that. The only thing I did not bring up from the stuff from last fall, there's like 4 wigs. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous to try those on because they've been sitting around. Who knows what could have, I mean, they're still wrapped in their plastic and stuff, but you know how it is. All right, then it looks like I've got a mammoth beaded necklace. What is the deal here? Is this supposed to be, is it just, I don't know. Is that just so you always know where the center of? Because it's not big enough to double wrap. But I'm not even, I don't think this is the kind of a necklace that I would wear, actually. So I'm not sure what I was thinking. And it is, as someone who used to make jewelry, it has got some challenges in the way it's pieced together and held together, because it's kind of, it doesn't lay flat. But I do like the bronze accents, and it would look nice with the right outfit. But these are glass beads, so it's heavy. Well, except for these are not heavy, since they're kind of filigreed. But yeah, this part is weird for me, at least. So yeah, I thought, I can't imagine if it looked like this in the picture, I can't imagine that I would have ordered it on purpose. I made better jewelry than this. So, but there may be somebody out there who would love it. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to sell some jewelry on Whatnot or my Etsy shop. Maybe, guess we'll see. All right, then I love these, so I got one of these. Oh, I had even prepped this one for sale, or for showing you guys. It originally cost me $7.54, and then at the time I priced this, it was $9.03. But these are great. You can put a label, well, sort of. It's ridged, but you can put a label on the side of these. So I like these for special kinds of paper. So I could easily put like a different weight of paper in here, or if I had rice paper or, you know, vellum or something. I like these kind of containers to keep that stuff separate. But they're great for documents and that kind of thing too. And over my time with Temu, I probably have bought 6 of these maybe. And they come like, this was the thinner box, but then they also have some that are like this. So I do like those. That's why I'm like sad that I can't get anything from old Temu. At least not yet. Okay, then we've got some pops, some Funko Pops. So again, these were local warehouse. And so I don't know if it's somebody bought these in bulk from Amazon or Funko or whatever, or got some kind of a deal on these and then they're reselling them. But we've got Jeremy from The Secret of Nim. Well, that doesn't help if you just see me in the picture. So maybe I'll turn it down like that. Looks like a crow. You guys, I don't know The Secret of Nim. So I don't know if it's a crow or not, but they are official. They really are Funko Pops. So there's that one. And then Donatello is Jason's favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle because he's the purple one. So I'm sorry that we can't get a, well, maybe that's not quite as bad. Oh, he goes with my outfit. And then, sorry if you heard that. My stomach is, okay, what? Okay, then we have a different, I guess just a different series. So we have a different Donatello. So this one is just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first one was Mutant Mayhem. Maybe I should, will this entice people to watch? And then the last one is Ash from Army of Darkness, kind of a cult film, right? So like I said, if you want the links for any of these things, just let me know. I will have to look them up. That's why I haven't done it yet. Okay, so then the final Temu item is this. You guys, I'm not a cartoon person, so I don't know if it's from, oh, Stitch. Okay, the package says Stitch, from Lilo and Stitch. So it's a really soft plushie with embroidered parts. Oh, well, this is not embroidered. This is like velvet, but this part is. And I don't like these little felt nails that they've started putting on because they're kind of rough. And you want everything to be soft. Little tail. So yeah, these things are a little, I mean, they're rough on this part, on the edges. So, yeah. So there you have it. So that is it for the Temu stuff. And we're already at 50 minutes. So I think I'll do nostalgic TV trivia and then stop this video and then immediately film all the other stuff that I brought up here, which probably isn't as much as I think it is. All right. Just throw that in there. But I don't want to lose all this stuff. All right. You guys ready for nostalgic TV? Oh, I should ask ChatGPT right now, what is a better name for nostalgic TV trivia? Let me go to a new page. What is a better name for nostalgic TV trivia? Retro Recall, TV Time Warp, Primetime Trivia, Back to the Boob Tube, Channel Surfing Challenge, Remote Control Rewind, Guess That Show, Screen Scene Trivia, Tube Time Trivia, Name That Sitcom, Golden Age Guessing Game, Memory Lane TV Edition, TV Days, Throwback Television Trivia, and Yesterday's Shows. So I don't know, are any of those better than nostalgic TV trivia? I don't know. So here we go. What TV star did the Chrysler Cordoba commercials? Okay, so who did the Chrysler Cordoba commercials? I don't even know what a Cordoba is. It's not a vehicle, I think, that Chrysler still makes. Who starred on O'Hara, U.S. Treasury? Where do they come up with these shows, you guys? What was Edward R. Murrow's famous interview show called? Who says, I don't get no respect? Who created The Thin Man? What was the name of the Italian mechanical mouse promoted by Ed Sullivan? Lauren Bacall advertises what coffee? In the Lever Brothers commercial, name the talking syrup bottle. You guys, this card is terrible. What TV star did the Chrysler Cordoba commercials? I don't know, so I'm just gonna say Burt Reynolds. Like, I have no idea. It's probably someone like Dick Van Patten. I mean, you know, what if it was? I just gotta, that happens sometimes. Who starred on O'Hara, U.S. Treasury? Really? There was a show about the U.S. Treasury? I'm assuming he was some kind of an agent. Or she, I guess. Oh, I wish I knew more names of people back then. Can I just say Burt Reynolds again, even though I know he wasn't on that show? What was Edward R. Murrow's famous interview show called? Man, I wish I knew this, but I did. Like, The Interview. Like, I don't know. Edward R. Murrow. Okay. Ask Edward R. Murrow. Tell Edward R. Murrow. I don't know. Who says, I don't get no respect? Well, that one is Rodney Dangerfield. Probably the only one I may get on this card. Who created The Thin Man? Well, I watched those movies, and I can kind of see the two actors that played the Thin Man and his wife or whatever. But who created it? This isn't right either, but I'll say John Huston, Angelica's father. I'm just really randomly pulling things that are totally not possible. I want to say like Alfred Hitchcock, but you know, I don't think he did those. What was the name of the Italian mechanical mouse promoted by Ed Sullivan? Well, it's not the Energizer Bunny. I don't know. I can't think of any name. Mighty Mouse? I don't know. Was it like a wind-up thing that like well, I don't know what it was. All right, Lauren Bacall advertises what coffee? Well, we have Folgers, Sanka. What else would have been around back then? Folgers and Sanka. I'll say Folgers. In the Lever Brothers commercial, name the talking syrup bottle. Well, Mrs. Butterworth? Like, I don't... Is that a Lever brand? That's the only thing I can think of. All right, what TV star did the Chrysler Cordoba commercials? Oh, Ricardo Montalban. No, Montalban. I always say blonde, and it's Montalban. Ricardo. He was the Wrath of Khan, right? And Fantasy Island. Who starred on O'Hara U.S. Treasury? David Jansen. Oh, he was the same guy that was the one that was being chased that Harrison Ford played in the movie The Fugitive. That was the same guy, right? Why couldn't they have asked that question? Well, I wouldn't have been able to say David Jansen. I can only say what he was on after hearing the name. What was Edward R. Murrow's famous interview show called? Person to Person. Who says I don't get no respect? Rodney Dangerfield. Yay, I'm at least not going to go O for O. Who created The Thin Man? Dashiell Hammett. Okay, well, I've at least heard of that. What was the name of the Italian mechanical mouse promoted by Ed Sullivan? Topo Gigio. I've at least heard of that, but I don't know what it looks like. Really? Lauren Bacall advertises what coffee? High Point. Wasn't High Point an appliance company? Did they also do coffee, or am I not remembering the appliance? I feel like we had a High Point refrigerator. Okay, well, it's High Point. I was never going to get that right. In the Lever Brother, I'm saying lever instead of lever because I'm thinking Lever 2000. So I don't know if it's the same. Okay, name the talking syrup bottle. It is Mrs. Butterworth. Okay, so I got 25% right on this card. I got 2 answers correct. Let me know in the comments how you did. That was a tough one, you guys, a tough one. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit easier. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me. I know your time is valuable, and there are so many other ways that you could spend that time. So thank you so much for spending it with me. And I am going to turn around and film another one right after this. So hopefully these will air back to back. And I'll actually have strung together. You guys remember when I used to film every day? Wow, it's been a long time since I've done that. So anyway, I enjoyed spending this time with you myself, and I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll like, subscribe, comment, all the good things. And wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.